Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Obierika and you're welcome back to another exciting new video. I've honestly missed it down videos, but it's okay. We're back, we're good, and we're better. If you have not watched my house hunting vlog, go catch up on that. My wedding series vlog, go catch up on that. I've been dropping content like back to back, but you guys are not watching. What's going on? If you're watching this video, drop in the comment section what kind of videos you'd like to see on my channel, and let's get right into this video. So from the title, you can already tell that I'm here for a story time, a very juicy story time I might add, but I'm going to be getting ready while I'm doing that story time just so that I'm not bored myself and so I can glam up for other things. You get, I'm going to be doing this video with my brand. I'm going to be using this fringe unit from my brand new beginnings. It's fresh out of the box, and then we're going to see how it looks. I just made this unit and I want to try that on myself first, and if you like what you see, you can place an order for this on Instagram at New Beginnings Week Store. I'll leave that linked on the page. Oops, my mic. Yeah, I'll leave that linked on the screen right here. If you're new here, my name is Obierika. Just ignore me and my mic. My name is Obierika and I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja, Nigeria. I film videos on asthma awareness, lifestyle, and hair care. So let's get started. So guys, this particular event or happening in 2020, it's been 2 years. I actually got like a notification about like the pictures I took at this particular event, and that's how I remember that, oh, this thing has been gone for 2 years and I'm no longer as traumatized as I used to be. Guys, I'm pouring out my foundation. My foundation has finished. Go and buy a new one. No, I want to empty the entirety of this Zika. I've been using this Zika foundation since 2021, I think January or so, and it's still since 2020 actually. So yeah, anyway, back to the story time. So I went for this wedding in July of 2020. My friend was getting married. We had met while I was working in Lagos, and I was to do her hair for the wedding. It was my first bridal styling. Like, I was so excited about it. I even didn't charge for it because I was so excited. So I had styled the wig for that wedding, as well as her brother's wife's wig as well, because her brother and herself got married on the same day. So I went to Lagos for that wedding. It was really nice. Maybe I will set clips of pictures of the hair that I did. My very first one, and I was so impressed with myself because it was a big deal. Sorry guys, I have a cold. So anyway, after the wedding, obviously now I was like a bridesmaid or an ashrabi girl, whatever they call us. So I interacted with a few of like the groom's people, like the groom's friends and the guys. So this particular guy took my number. Very standard procedure in a wedding. In fact, people go to weddings to meet people in this part of the world. It's gonna be like a place to meet a potential husband, if you know what I mean. So he took my number and we started texting a lot. We texted a lot. I don't remember his name. We texted a lot, texted really well, and then I was still in Ikorodu. Then I was at my friend's house, Gabriel. So I was supposed to go to the island to see my brother, and he lived on the island as well. So we had said, okay, if you come see your brother, we would go on a date. I even told my brother like, oh, that I have a date when I come to the island. My brother was even all excited, like, you have a date? Who is the guy? So I even like showed him pictures, and I'm very tall, dark, fine Yoruba devil, and I mean that in all its senses. So I went to the island that day, saw my brother, saw Diana first. Diana and I even shot a video together that day. That video never went up because of what happened, because I was too traumatized and I didn't want anything that reminded me of it. So that video never went up. Alright, I'm so sorry about that. We did a shoot or something. I don't remember what that video was, but we shot a video, but I never uploaded it because of how I was feeling. So after we were done shooting that video, we went to meet my brother, my cousin, and we're all hanging out at some really cool outdoor lounge at Lekki or Aja. I don't even remember, to be honest. So the guy calls and says, oh, I should meet him at this so and so place, or should he come and pick me up? My brother was like, oh, I can just take an Uber, or should he drop me? I was like, no, don't worry. So I share my location with my brother because that's just how me and my brother are. He's overly protective of his baby sister. So I shared my location, told him I was going to. He said he knew where I was going to and all that. So I went out with this guy. Turns out that it was someone's birthday party at, like, they rented us a club or something. I got that the vibes were good. We ordered drinks, ordered Origin and Coke. Then I was a bitters person, so I ordered Origin and Coke, and I was just like having a drink. So I turned for a brief moment. I would call that like the briefest turn in history because the birthday girl had walked in and she was looking really sparkly. And I was like, the girl looks familiar. So I turned to take a good look at her. And when I turned back, I saw that my cup was full. Now, whenever you go out and your drink don't look the way you left it before, please, please, and please don't drink it for whatever reason. So I was like, my glass looks. So he was like, oh yeah, that I said I didn't want to drink much. So he put in the rest of my Coke. And truly, ladies and gentlemen, my Coke bottle was empty now. So he was like, I should just drink up so we can leave, because I was saying, oh, I don't want to stay out late, I don't want my brothers to be upset with me and all of that. So I started to drink up, but the way he was telling me to drink up, even me, I was like, drink up. I said, I'm not drinking again. And I started to feel some kind of woozy, you know. And I hold my liquor very well. I'm a very what's the word, by the grace of God, actually. I'm sure it will be like grace of God and alcohol. That's your business, to be honest. But I am a very thorough person. I don't put myself in predicaments that are, you know, very dicey. I try to be very, you know, careful with how I live my life, even when I'm having fun. So I was not feeling woozy. I was like, what's going on? So I just said, oh, I'm not drinking. He was like, just drink up now so we can go. Do you want to waste the drink? Something just said to me, Debbie, do not drink. Call your brother. So immediately I called my brother that, oh, we're leaving and we're on our way, because his estate, you have to call when you get to the gate. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing that I remember was entering the car, and his car tint was black. It's not those regular kind of tint. So he painted that window black. As far as me and my family members are concerned, that window is black. So I entered the car. That's the last thing I remember, speaking to my brother and entering the car. Till today, guys, this is 2 years and a month plus. I cannot remember the incidents that occurred after that. The story I'm going to tell you now, I really wish, I was hoping to hold on to like travel to Lagos to see my brother so that he will give his own side of the story, but I'll try to remember what he told me, okay? After this, I blanked out. I have no idea. I have no recollection. I'll tell you when my memory came back to me. So my brother says, I call again. And I say, oh, I'm at the gate. But this time, the guy is the one talking. He can still hear me in the background, but the guy is like, oh, he's at the gate. So my brother calls the gate and tells them that, oh, his sister is there. So they let us pass. And then my brother is like, why am I not talking to my sister? Why am I talking to you? And then he was like, oh, it's because he's driving. So my brother can describe the house to him. My brother describes the house. His house is literally the first turn once you enter the estate, you know. My brother says he's waiting. He doesn't see us. He's calling. The guy is not picking up. As in, he's with my phone now. He's not picking up. So he's not like, I'm telling my cousin that, what we debts them say then they gate just now, that kind of thing. So he calls. The guy in our family picks up. We missed our way or whatever. So my brother now described it, and then he turns to where my brother is and parks downstairs and says we're downstairs. He comes and my brother says, I'm just looking, I'm not seeing anything. So my brother thought, oh, maybe we had like a lover's quarrel. So he was not telling my brother, oh, that I'll come up shortly, let them just talk. My brother was like that. He doesn't like this kind of thing where we got lost and we didn't even bother to call him and all that. He was worried. The guy was like, no, that it's just couples, or we're having an argument. Me, my brother said I saw him and I just eyed him and I turned. He was like, maybe it's me and my drama. I'm like, am I mad? 4 or 5 years, KJ Tom, I will not be eyeing you. Like, yes, I can be rude, but So I did also. My brother that said I saw him and I eyed him. Me, I didn't see him with my eye, but they say I saw him and I eyed him. Who am I to argue? So my brother now says, after a while, he has not heard from us. He has not seen us. He's like, let him give us space. Let's not be like he's micromanaging. I'm a grown-ass woman, right? So at this point now, a minute, maybe almost an hour had passed. Then I open my eye and I see myself in the back seat of a car. Everywhere black. I look, I see, I recognize him. I just kept hearing in my subconscious, Debbie, open your eyes. That's why I kept hearing. So I opened my eyes and I was like, and I jumped, I was like, and next thing I said was, oh, where's my brother? I want to see my brother. Where's my brother? He was like, calm down, I'm taking you to your brother. I said, I want to see my brother, and then his eye just changed. He was like, shut up. I said, I'm taking you to your brother. And I saw my phone in his hand. I was like, give me my phone, I want to call my brother. He was like, he's not giving me my phone. So I tried to open the door, he locked the door. I just said, Jesus, I just let it to be. He was like, I should shut up and lie down. I should lie down. Hey, I say my own don't finish. God, who sent me on this errand that I went to? Because I'm gift for man. I will not just die single. Madam, I won't on a okay. Do you understand? So that's how I just started to think. My brain was working, and I said, okay, this is the central lock, so I can just open the back quietly. So immediately I wound down. He wound up. I left it. Then, while he was still trying to tell me I should keep quiet, one thing, I opened the door. As I opened the door, ladies and gentlemen, I vomited the most vomitous vomit I ever vomited in my life. Then I regained myself. Then I started to scream. Then he came down, locked the door. One lady was upstairs in her penthouse place, and she was seeing me, like, you know, looking like I was distressed, and then she called security. All these good estate, all these two estates good. That's how security now came and blocked him. Baba now said he's my Uber driver, that I'm high, that I told him to bring me to this estate, to my brother's house. But when I reached there, and I said that that's not my brother, that he should take me away, that he's trying to take me away back to where he took me from, so that maybe the people there, my friends. So he said that I was high and all that drama. So I was not shouting that no, that my brother lives in Graceland. That was the name of the estate my brother was living in then. That I'm here to see my brother. I don't know where he's taking me to and all of that. So I started to like make a big deal and all that. So that lady that had called the security now came down, and then she asked me who is my brother. And then I said my brother's name is Olibe. But apparently in Lagos, somebody knows him by that name. So I just talked with her. I was like, oh, his name is Shama. She's like, oh, that she knows Shama, and Shama sold her a car, something like that. My brother sells cars and all that. So she was like, oh, she knows Shama. And then she picks up her phone, and then she calls my brother. My brother is at home, right? And he thinks that I'm downstairs. So when he gets the call from that lady, he thinks maybe there's something even wrong with the car that she had bought. And then she's like, Shama, your sister is at the gate. And she says that, you know, she came to see you and blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, what is she doing at the gate? That she was downstairs with her dates just now. So anyway, my brother says he starts to race to the gate, here and my cousin. And then as he gets there, he doesn't even ask questions. I just see my brother throwing punches. The guy just collected, pwa, pwa. And then the guy was holding my phone, and he dropped my phone. Then the back of my phone like cracked because of that fall. So anyway, they shall hold my brother like, oh, just calm down, what's going on? And the guy kept saying he's an Uber guy, that he does not know me before. My brother was like, what do you mean by you don't know her before? Like, I just saw you. You and I had a conversation about my sister and how you guys were lost, and you said, oh, you guys are having a couple fight. So how did people switch from couples to, you know, Uber driver and passenger? You know, so it was a whole brouhaha. The guy kept saying that he doesn't know me, doesn't know what's happening, that they're trying to set him up, all those stuff. So my brother really knew a lot of people in the estate, so they called the security, the man in charge of security, their CSO, and then they took him to the police station. While all that was happening, then I started to cry. Like, I couldn't remember anything. I didn't understand how I got to that point where he was trying to take me away. Security now came from the back gate and said that they had seen that car, you know, come towards the back gate, because when you're leaving the back gate, nobody will ask you where you're going. It's when you're leaving through the front gate. But they locked the back gate at a certain time. So he got to the back gate and they told him that you can't go out through the back gate. So he turned, moved forward a bit, and then just parked. Then they said they saw him moving something. They didn't know that it was somebody from the front seat to the back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, that's something. I mean, that's someone. I'm looking for something. Yeah. That's something. I mean, that someone was me. He moved me from the front to the back, because, you know, the back tint, you obviously can't see from the windscreen that someone is at the back, and then he made me to lie down and all of that. So my brother was really furious. So he took him to the police station. Me, I was just crying. God, am I a pencil? Why is it that men always treating me like this? Blah blah blah. So I've noticed that I vomited a lot. So my brother took me to the hospital, and the doctor said that they guessed it was retinol that was slipped in my drink. I don't even know what retinol is. I've never encountered like drugs like that, but they said it gives you like memory loss. You remember most of the things that happen, and then you just be numb. You'll be awake, but you wouldn't really know what's going on and all that. So we did some tests, because my brother was worried that maybe much more than just drugging me had happened, maybe rape, whatever. I even did a drug test and the whole 9 yards. So we went back home. I don't remember what time we got home, but by the time we got home, it was really late. Everybody was tired. I was so scared. I couldn't sleep by myself. Like, I was just waking up at different times in the night and all of that. So by the next morning, we had to go to the police station to go and write a statement. So my brother asked my cousin to drop me off, because he had to go and pick up some of his guys that wanted to come and, you know, help with the case, and a lawyer. When I got to the police station and they saw I was a woman, they said the woman cannot come and write something like, I can't write a statement by myself or something like that. Then let's come with the guy. So I waited for my brother. He came, and I noticed that the guy was kind of sitting very arrogantly at the back of the counter, pressing his phone like nothing happened, like he didn't commit a crime and all of that. Anyway, guys, let me not bore you with all the long juice. Long story short was that they made me write a statement. He wrote a statement, and he kept insisting that he was an Uber driver. So my brother had asked me to share our chat history, something very random that we just joked about. And then I had shared the chat history long before I went on that date with him. So my brother pulled out the chat history with pictures we are taken together at the wedding, you know, conversations. I really like you, I want to date you, kind of conversations. And duh, how are you my Uber driver for having this kind of conversation? So we had to call my uncle, who's a judge, and then he said if you wanted to pursue the case, it would become a very public thing. An NGO even reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in them, you know, supporting me and helping me, you know, fight whatever for my rights. I might not be the first person he has done it to, and all of that. And he works in like a very high-end company, an oil company in Lagos at the time. So when I spoke with my uncle, that's a judge, he said that the case would be a very public thing, and was I ready for the consequences of that case? I could win or I could lose, because the truth is that I gave him consent to take me out, and anything could happen, sha. It could be a twist. So he now said he would advise that we don't pursue the case. Hey, God, I was so furious because I was willing to, like, you know, jeopardize anything, just teach that guy a lesson, because I felt like he did a bit too much. So guys, let me go off camera and straighten my wig, and then when I come back, I'll finish up the video, and then you guys can share your thoughts with me in the comment section. So guys, we're back. Tell me what you think about my hair in the comment section. Like I said, if you want to shop this unit, all you have to do is go on Instagram at New Beginnings Wig Store, and it comes in different variations, black, brown, and this particular unit on my head. So after I thought about all the things that could go wrong with the case, I decided to let it go. But my uncle said there was a way to at least teach him a bit of a lesson. So he was locked up for extra days without bail, and then he had to sign like a, I don't know what they call that, but I think it'll be an affidavit or something that if anything happens to me in the next 2 years, anytime I come, if anything happens to me next 2 years, they hold him responsible. And if I'm harmed anytime I visit the city of Lagos, they will hold him responsible. So he signed, I signed, and they said I also had to say I would not press charges again after that. But if anything happened in the future, then I could press charges. So ladies and gentlemen, that was how the case ended. I was very traumatized. Going out with men I didn't know was very... In fact, till now, I don't go out with men I don't know. I'm going out with a man I don't know, I'll carry my friends, okay? I'll carry all my friends, because it was very traumatic for me. I think the part that hurt me the most was that the people that introduced me to this person were very unbothered. It was like they acted as if they didn't even know the guy. And, you know, they just moved on with their lives. I mean, they just got married, so they were supposed to move on with their lives. But I would advise you, if you're going out on a date for the first time with someone you don't know, just be very careful, if possible. I should be, they say go to a public space. I went to a public space, but it was his friends that were there. I didn't know anybody there. So maybe a restaurant or something. I don't know. But sha, once your drink looks funny, like it doesn't look like how you left it, don't drink it. Just let it go. It's not that deep. So with that comes the end of this video. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, shop this unit on my wig store at New Beginnings Wig Store, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love and light. Bye guys.